Good morning, this is Nicholas from Gandor Gaming, and I am super excited to reveal to you guys the final leader out of OP08, that being Kalgara, which is really strange. So, if you don't know, Kalgara is from the Skypiea arc. He's one of the fighters against Enel. He's the one, if you watch Reject Dial, he's the one that's shocking Enel to death, which is pretty badass, and it's really a great moment in One Piece. And what I'm trying to figure out ultimately is, well, it looks like we're getting a second wave of Skypiea cards. That's just going to be our third wave of Skypiea cards, which is pretty interesting. I guess this is going to be focusing on the Shandorian warriors instead of the Enel priest. So it's technically not Enel support, it's Shandorian support, which is pretty cool. I like the character. I just throws me off because Silva's Rayleigh is on the cover art of this set, and none of the leaders have interacted with Silva's Rayleigh. So now I'm trying to figure out if he is just going to be an individual card in this set, what like color is he going to be? My guess is blue because of anime and manga spoilers. So if you're not caught up with the most recent anime, skip the next 2 seconds. Skip the next like 15-20 seconds. But basically, 3, 2, 1. Silva's Rayleigh does have a connection with Amazon Lily because he is currently married to or slash dating the previous pirate empress. That's what Shaka is. We got revealed that. And so when the Blackbeard attacks Amazon Lily, it's Silva's Rayleigh who saves her and ultimately stops Blackbeard from stealing Boa's fruit. So most likely Silva Rayleigh is going to be a blue support card that ultimately is the second wave of Amazon Lily support. And that kind of makes sense because the first wave of Amazon Lily support kind of sucks. So you need a second wave to be good, and I can definitely see us getting a Silva's Rayleigh card that's blue that would help out Boa Hancock as a leader. So we'll just have to see. But that's a whole other discussion. I'll probably make a whole video on what Silva's Rayleigh color actually is if you want to see that. But today's video, the one you're watching, the one you clicked on, is about our friendly yellow boy here. So let's actually discuss this. So he is a pure yellow leader, Cochlin. I'm really horrible at pronunciations, but he's a 5-life mono leader yellow, which makes sense because Carrot is mono green this set, and every other color has already been represented. So we knew it was going to be yellow, we just didn't know it was going to be pure yellow or a split. I was theoretically saying yellow green or yellow red, but no, it's just pure yellow. And his ability is that you can put one Dawn on him. When he attacks, he basically gets to play a Shandorian character from your hand equal to the number of Dawn you have total in play. Doesn't matter if they're rested or not or on a character. Just basically, depending on how much Dawn you have, let's say you're at 10 Dawn, you put one Dawn on him, you swing, and then you can play a 10 Dawn character for free if there's a Shandorian type, which is really cool. So depending on how good this Shandorian support is going to be, basically this card says, hey, you put one Dawn on me, when I attack, I get to play it for free. Now the downside is you do lose a life when you do his effect and you play it from the top from your hand. So let's say there's a 10-drop Shandorian character, maybe it's like Nolan or something like that, or the ancestor of Cochlin. You attack, you play the dude, the 10-drop, then you lose a life, which kind of sucks, but there might be an L character that like heals you, so you don't really actually minus yourself. And you're playing yellow, so there's probably plenty of cards you can play to offset the whole minusing your life gimmick, which is yellow's whole gimmick. So I think this leader is really strong, all depending on what Shandorian cards we get. So far, the Shandorian cards we have are not great, but because he's a 5-life leader, he can play with his life pretty well. And we already had some Shandorian cards revealed already. Like there's a 5-cost, it's like shuffles back a field spell, and it looks at the top 5 and adds a Shandorian warrior to hand. There's a lot of like shuffling back your field spell gimmicks with the Shandorians. So maybe we'll get another field spell to go with that. We'll just have to see. But I'm really excited. You all tell me in the comments what you think. And I think this leader, out of all the leaders that we've gone through in OP08, besides the King and the Marco, I actually might be most excited for this one because depending on how good this Shandorian support is, he can just play a free 10 draw for free, and then you still have 10 non-active. which is pretty crazy, especially since yellow is probably the second most aggro aggressive color. Meaning, if you have rush characters in this archetype, if we end up getting like a rush Coquelin or whatever, then this deck could be very aggro and very good, and we'll just have to see. So you all tell me in the comments what you think. I'm really excited for this. See y'all next one. Bye bye.